The 2024 presidential election is shaping up to be a political thriller. Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump are locked in a battle for the soul of America. Polls show a statistical dead heat. The nation holds its breath, on a knife's edge between two drastically different visions for the future. Harris carries the hopes of a nation yearning for unity and empathy. Her campaign resonates with those seeking a return to civility and reason in the White House. Trump, on the other hand, continues to command the fierce loyalty of his base. His supporters see him as a bulwark against what they perceive as a radical, out-of-touch, liberal agenda. The stakes couldn't be higher. The outcome of this election will determine the direction of the country for generations to come. Will America choose Harris's message of hope and inclusion, or will it return to Trump's brand of populist nationalism? The answer lies in the hearts and minds of the American people. The battle lines are drawn. Harris and Trump represent diametrically opposed visions for America. The 2024 election is not just about choosing a president. It's about choosing the kind of country we want to be. Kamala Harris is a beacon of hope for millions of Americans. Her personal story, her lived experiences, and her unwavering commitment to justice have made her a powerful voice for change. As the first female, first Black, and first Asian American vice president, she embodies the American dream. Harris's greatest strength lies in her ability to connect with people on a personal level. She speaks with empathy and understanding, acknowledging the struggles of everyday Americans. Her message of unity and inclusion resonates with voters who are tired of the division and rancor that has come to define American politics. Harris's campaign is built on the promise of a more just and equitable America. She has pledged to address systemic racism, expand access to health care, and combat climate change. Her vision for the future is one of shared prosperity and opportunity for all. Despite his tumultuous presidency and subsequent legal troubles, Donald Trump remains a formidable force in American politics. His base of supporters remains loyal and enthusiastic, drawn to his populist message and his willingness to challenge the status quo. Trump's enduring appeal lies in his ability to tap into a deep vein of resentment and anger among a segment of the American electorate. His supporters feel left behind by globalization, ignored by the political establishment, and threatened by cultural changes. Trump gives voice to their grievances and promises to restore America to its former glory. Trump's campaign strategy is simple but effective. Energize his base and paint his opponent as a radical socialist who is out of touch with mainstream America. His rallies are a spectacle of red, white, and blue, featuring fiery speeches and chants of USA, USA! Section 4. The issues that define a nation. The 2024 presidential election will be decided on a number of critical issues that are at the forefront of the national conversation. The economy, healthcare, climate change, and social justice are just some of the issues that will shape the debate and influence voters' choices. The economy is always a top concern for voters, and 2024 is no exception. Inflation, rising costs of living, and economic inequality are all issues that Harris and Trump will need to address. Healthcare is another perennial issue, with voters deeply divided over the Affordable Care Act and the role of government in providing healthcare. Climate change is an increasingly urgent issue, particularly for younger voters. Harris has made it a central part of her campaign, while Trump has largely dismissed it as a hoax. Social justice issues, including racial justice, LGBTQ+ rights, and women's rights, are also likely to play a significant role in the election. Section 5. America Divided: The Electoral Landscape. The 2024 presidential election is taking place against a backdrop of deep political polarization and division. The country is more divided now than at any time since the Civil War, with Americans increasingly retreating into their own ideological bubbles. This division is reflected in the close polling between Harris and Trump. The electorate is split almost evenly down the middle, with very few undecided voters. This suggests that the election will likely hinge on turnout and which candidate can most effectively mobilize their base. The outcome of the 2024 election will have profound consequences for the future of American democracy. A Harris victory would represent a repudiation of Trumpism and a return to more traditional values of civility, reason, and respect for institutions. A Trump victory, on the other hand, would likely further erode democratic norms and exacerbate the already deep divisions in American society.